So this is what you meant when you said you're out of breath. Now we start again, from the cracks in the floor to the skyline's edge. Don't look back, back in my dreams, and giving this silence payback. I won't ever let you down, won't fade when the lights go out. 'Cause after all, this city.
What's going on, Hipsta? How's it going, brother?
It's time to begin, isn't it? I'm going through the breaks, but I'll admit I'm still the same underneath, still chasing what I believe. Can't you see right now? I'm never changing who I am. This is where you fell, and I stayed to tell the tale. The road to heaven's built from miles of shadow and silver rail. Turn the page, trade my doubt for a little bit of grace. I won't ever lose this sound, won't ever leave this ground. 'Cause after all, the city never calms me down. It's time to begin, isn't it? I'm growing through the breaks, but I'll admit I'm still the same underneath, still chasing what I believe. Can't you see right now? I'm never changing who I am.
All right, y'all. I'll see you in 3 minutes.
See me lonely, but they still remember slowly the fires, the faces, the awaken. Awaken. Let the wolves run free.
Indeed, 3 minutes.
Blood on the floor and the lights go black. I hear the footsteps at my back. There's a hunger in the air tonight, a fire waiting just to ignite. Shadows crawl but the wolves don't hide. This is the world where the strong survive. We don't break, we don't bend, we run. You feel the tremor in your bones.
All good, brother. Some of the names on there are different anyway. If you just want to wait till after the show, I can send you over the updated match card, because there's actually I can just send it to you now, honestly. Wait for the game to be over and I got you. Hello there. What's going on, E-Rod? Are you winning, son? Not yet, no.
Steel in my veins and the scars don't fade. All of the demons that I've made taught me how to break the cage and walk through hell without afraid. Hear the hell ripping through the haze. Reborn stronger in the darkest days. We don't run.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. How are you doing?
We strike, we never bleed. You feel the anger start to rise. The truth that cuts like a sharpened knife. You want to live, then fight for life. This is the place where wolves survive.
I appreciate it. I try like a bitch. I really do. I just wish I knew the names of more moves, man. I've been sick of fighting it. I hate to hear it. I hope you get the feeling better, brother. What? Hello? There we go. Hi. The fuck? How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to UCW. It's Wednesday. That means it's Awakening night. It means we're doing cool shit, doing great shit. What's going on? Marshall, I see you on the YouTube side. You're coming through in the actual chat side this time, thankfully. But how's it going, everybody? Hopefully you're having a great Wednesday. Hopefully it has been a good time. Let me get this copy and pasted so I can send it over to Mr. Droofy real quick. Mr. Droofafa. Where's he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Yeah, it hasn't been that. Obviously, we literally talked like the other day. Didn't think he would be that far down there. What's going on, Colt? How's it going, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. So, the original match card that was released for the evening was, it wasn't incorrect. It's just the fact that we had a bunch of people who didn't catch flights for their shit, and they've actually been terminated because of it. So, moving forward, Johnny Vegas. There was a couple other people who I had to release this afternoon. Who was it? Moving forward, Jared Skinner, Johnny Vegas, Mike Stokes, and Harrison Rose are all MIA and no longer a part of the UCW roster. And fourth wall break, I don't know what happened to the characters. The files are just gone. I can't upload them anywhere. I can't download them from anywhere. I can't find them uploaded anywhere. They're not on my console anymore. I don't know what happened to them. Luckily Johnny Vegas was the only person who was a real person, but he hasn't been an active part of the community in a couple of months at this point. So if he's got a problem with it, then I mean, he knows how to get a hold of me. Jared Skinner, Johnny Vegas, Mike Stokes, and Harrison Rose. If you need to put Ace Indigo in to fill in something, go ahead. So he was actually a part of the match where the majority of the fill-ins needed to take place. But we got everything handled, squared away, and it's all taken care of now. What's going on, Jajay? How's it going? Right before Gobble Day, and then it hit me hard right after that weekend. At least you made it through Turkey Day, though. At least you made it through Thanksgiving. You got to have a good time with the family. So, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, let me get over to the right screen. We're going to have Azrael Black taking on Mike Esma for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Mike Esma won this championship on the debut episode of Awakening. Azrael Black won the opportunity to take him on for that championship last week. So we are seeing the culmination of that story right here. After that, there will be a 10-man battle royal to decide the #1 contender for the Openweight Championship. This 10-man battle royal will include Ricky Jones, Ali, Wall Vintora, Ace Indigo, Reverend Supreme Knight, James Wagner, Orion, Ethan Omega, Isaac Ramirez, and Tony Tornado. After that, we will have Whitney Rivera and Hayley Ramon go at it in not a 2 out of 3 falls. The match that was 2 out of 3 falls was actually this match is a 2 out of 3 falls normal weight division. After that, we will have a normal match, not 2 out of 3 falls. 1 fall, 1 submission is all it's going to take. Whitney Rivera versus Hayley Ramon. Whitney Rivera, the current women's overdrive champion. Hayley Ramon, a former breakdown women's world champion. After that, Dirty Barnzo will take on the current Dice in a 2 out of 3 falls normal matchup in the Internet Champion division here on UCW Awakening. And after that, King Hipsta will take on Midas in a steel cage, no escape match, where the winner of this match will walk out as the #1 contender for the Combat Arts Championship. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, Droofy called his shot last week and asked the GM of Awakening for this opportunity against Sound and Fury, and so he got it. Droofy and Christy Zed will take on Elijah Baker and Echo in the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. But we've got 5 matches before that one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Sweet. Ring announcer, we don't need you. We don't need you. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring first. Representing the Empire of Pain, he is one half of your active, unified tag team champions. Azrael Black, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring.
Something stirs, something moves in the dark,
This man right here was your first ever Deathlock champion, ladies and gentlemen, losing it to Ace Anderson, the man who he now calls his leader in the Empire of Pain. Ace Anderson tied him. Big Johnson have been put together. Obviously, you can see that it has led to great things. The World Tag Team Championship and the Breakdown Tag Team Extreme Championships around his shoulders. At United We Fall, this man, as well as Big Johnson, will take on Radcore and Ogre, as well as the winners of the Tag Team Hell Tournament. Then after that, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, he is your junior heavyweight champion of the world. Making it, or I already said that part. For the first time, with the championship, Mike Esma.
I came from the bottom, stayed down swinging, broke every limit, now the bell keeps ringing. No silver spoons, no fake, but they want flash.
Carlos and Isaac were wrong. What do you mean? How?
Brick by brick, I built this lane, and I'll die before I give that claim. No escape. Mike Stokes steps in, they break. Boot fist, close fight. This man fights like he don't care. Born in smoke, raised on pain. Respect ain't given, I took the reins. Every scar's just part of the chain. You want gold, better bleed in the rain. Clock in fist, time runs out. One wrong move and the lights go out. They all talk legacy, fame and clout, but I'm here to remind them what the sport's about. Great, no escape. Mike Stokes steps in, they break. Boot fist, close fist. This man fights like.
And there it was, ladies and gentlemen, the Junior Heavyweight Championship. That is what is on the line tonight in this 2 out of 3 falls match. It will take 2 out of 3 pinfalls or submissions to get your opponent to stay on the ground and for you to walk out with the championship. Mike Esma, the current champion. Azrael Black, the contender. One more good look at the championship before we get the fuck into the action. There we are. Arrgh. Mike Esma gets out of the way of Azrael Black very early on. Big knees to the body. Drops him down on the back of his head. Off the top rope, Azrael Black misses. Azrael's in a bad position. Mike Esma sizes him up with a big boot to the face. Catching a lot of air. Able to get the reversal, takes Mike Esma out. Azrael Black gets Esma up to his feet, goes for a belly to belly, gets a reversal, elbow to the top of the head, clothesline takes down Azrael. Azrael heads outside, double axe handle off the top rope, misses. Big punch to the body to Esma. Drop kick to the face from Mike Esma, takes Azrael back down. Azrael Black now working the arms on the outside. Keeping Mike Esma pinned to the ground. Could be the best possible way to win this match. We really don't know. We haven't seen much on Mike Esma. We hadn't seen him for about 2 months. Showing up on the first episode of Awakening and winning the Junior Heavyweight Championship. It's kind of a surprise to all of us. So there's not much film to scout when it comes to this guy. Azrael Black seems to be getting in an altercation with the referee. Drop kick takes down Mike Esma as he enters the ring with the kendo stick. Pushes him off. Going back to the middle rope. Coffin drop from Mike Esma connects. Working to get Azrael Black back up to his feet. Elbows to the body. Clothesline takes down Mike Esma. Big kick combo leads to a knee to the face of Azrael Black. One of the top Twitch commentary streams. I appreciate it. I don't necessarily feel that way, but I appreciate it. Big forearm to the back. Esma. Knee to the back, takes down Azrael once again. I don't want to listen to this. No, so Spotify Wrapped came out tonight, or came out today, right? And for like, since they've been doing this shit, so like 2016, I want to say, since like 2017, Mike Esma going for the cover. Count of one. Only one Azrael Black able to kick out. But no, since like 2017, I've gotten anywhere from like 50,000 to like 150,000. Like, that's my range for minutes listened to music. Shit this morning, and it said 8,000. And I was just like, oh, I got to stop streaming. I got to stop. Because I listen to music the whole time we're doing this, but it's this shit. This is non-copyright. Count of one for Mike Esma, only a count of one. Azrael Black able to kick out once again. Like, we got to figure something out, because like, those Spotify numbers got to go up. So either I'm going to have an earbud in this ear the whole time listening to actual music, and y'all might not get music. Oh, I don't know, but we're going to have to do something. Because I was embarrassed. I was trying to send all the boys were sending that shit to the group chat, talking about, look how many minutes I listened to. We had a record setter. Motherfucker hit damn near 160,000 minutes listened this year. Congratulations to the boy. Can I get some of that? How you listen to 152,000 more minutes of music than I did? They're talking about Josh, send yours. Josh, send yours. And I told y'all my real name right there, and I don't even care. I don't even care. They were like, no. I'm embarrassed. It's a disgrace. I'm not letting y'all see this shit. Back of the head, focusing on the neck. Mike Esma putting on a showcase here tonight against the first ever Deathlock champion. Drops him down on the top of his head. Going for the cover. Two. Only two. Azrael Black stays down. Kicks to the body connect. Meets him with a big punch to the face. Kendo stick to the body, misses. Azrael Black up to the top rope. Crossbody takes him down. Your real name isn't Adam Thomas? Gasp. I know. My real name is not Adam. It's a shame. What's crazy is my stepbrother's name is Adam, though. Big kick to the body. Mike Esma chop to the chest, misses. Azrael Black firing out like a cannon. Mike Esma catches the punt. Keeps him coming. Azrael Black putting up a hell of a fight the later we go on in this match. Your boy is fiending. That's why I keep turning my webcam. Hockey fight between these two men. Which one's going to get the upper hand? Both ones separate. Neither one able to get the advantage. Azrael Black comes to a little quicker. Going for the roll-up cover on Mike Esma. Only a count of one. Azrael Black head trapped. Puts Esma down. Is he going to be able to walk away with the championship because of this? Or at least with his first pinfall, only a count of one. Drop kick to Mike Esma. Azrael Black's not done. Another drop kick to the face of Esma while he's draped across that bottom rope. Azrael playing with his food just a little bit. Over the top. Esma gets out of the way. Forearm to the back. I don't know what just happened there, but Azrael got out of the way. I'm going to call it a 2K glitch, and we're going to move on with our lives. Azrael looking for a tombstone pile driver. Right side of the ring. Drops Esma on the top of his head. Azrael looks mad tired. Barely able to get that move to go through. Going for the cover. Only a count of one. Esma kicks out. Rolls underneath the bottom rope. Azrael Black heads underneath the ring, even though weapons shouldn't be allowed in this match. That should be a disqualification, but okay. Only a count of two. Mike Esma able to kick out once again. I'm really going to have to make another match type just specifically so that they can't do that. Pile driver once again from Azrael Black. Falling over limp afterward. Rope break from Mike Esma. Oh, shit. Kendo stick across the arm of Esma once again. Tries to crack him. Esma gets out of the way, drops him on the back of his head. Going for the cover one more time. Only 2. Azrael able to kick out at the very last second. What's going on, Hydrate? It's only a disqualification if it benefits 2K, so never. That's true. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Canadian Destroyer from Azrael Black. Going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Azrael headed over to the corner. This is more of a last resort for the Demon King. We rarely see this from him. Crawling over. What makes it worse is the eye tattoo on his back. That shit's kind of creepy, bro. Sister. Oh, no! Mike Esma with a reversal. Up on the shoulders of Azrael Black. Dropped in the dropped back of the head underneath. Kendo stick back in the hands of Azrael Black. Takes it across the arm. Going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Azrael Black stands up. Mike Esma with the assistance from Azrael Black also makes his way up to his feet. Knee to the face from Azrael once again. Azrael Black showing sides of his former self. Much quicker the longer this match goes on. I guess it's really just the pile driver that takes it out of him, huh? Chop across the chest from both men. We're going to go into another back and forth in this match. Both men throwing chops across the chest. They both look exhausted. Throwing everything they've got into these final punches. Mike Esma, Azrael Black going to war. Leaving it all out in the middle of the ring. Another hockey fight between these two men. Neither one able to get the upper hand. Mike Esma, the one that gets there a little faster this time. Drops Azrael. Going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Kendo stick to the leg of Azrael Black. He shatters it across his thigh. Frog splash misses. Azrael Black pops it behind him. Elbow to the back. Knee to the face. Mike Esma goes down. Kendo stick across the ankle. Azrael Black staying in control the later we go in this match. Seems to have a match for everything that Mike Esma is going to pull out. Going back over to that corner. Demon King looking a little desperate, if you ask me. Sizing up Mike Esma one more time. Goes for the kiss on the... Mike Esma going for the cover. 2, 3. Scored the first pinfall or submission in this match. He needs one more to walk out the victor. Dropping Mike Esma. Going for the cover before he can recover. Only 2. Azrael Black sizing him up. 1. Choke slam misses. Azrael Black gets elbowed in the face. Knocks the foot of Mike Esma out of the way. Punch of Azrael with a reversal. Elbows to the body of Mike Esma. Clothesline takes down the Demon King. Esma makes his way around the outside. Goes underneath the ring looking for a steel chair. Azrael takes him down with another clothesline. Actually lays him out on the chair that he had in his hands. Esma gets out of the way of that one. Big kick from Azrael connects, but not enough to take down Esma. He's got him folded up. Going for the cover. In the corner. 2, 3. Mike Esma has tied this match. Ladies and gentlemen, the next man to score a pinfall or submission will be the victor and will walk out with the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Mike Esma. Knee across the back of Azrael. Steel chair in his hands. Across the arm. Across the back of the head this time. Now to the body. Rope. Frog splash lands this time. Going for the cover. Is it enough to retain the Junior Heavyweight Championship? Yes, it is. The way that he walked in with the gold. Congratulations to the young champion. This marks his first real defense of the Junior Heavyweight Championship. And that division just keeps on getting more and more stacked. Ladies and gentlemen, this next match, and there's not a graphic for it, so I'm not going to show you. Ace Indigo, Ali, Isaac Ramirez, James Wagner, Orion, Reverend Supreme Knight, Ricky Jones, Tony Tora, and Ethan Omega will go at it in a 10-man Royal Rumble, because it won't let me do a 10-man Battle Royal, DK, to decide the number one contender for the Openweight Championship here on Awakening. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, representing Back Alley. He is the smaller part of that duo, the younger brother. Making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, Ali.
Back from the gutters, we never stay down. Climbing through blood with a fist full of sound. You walk red carpets, we walk through fire. Barbed wire, hearts built from bottom wire. We the cracks in your perfect game. Back alley boys, no face, no name. We don't play fair, we don't shake hands. We drag them down where the steel can't stand. Rats in the alley, we fight, we fade. Dirt in our blood, we cut.
His first singles opportunity it is. Just so happened to have some people who couldn't catch their flights went MIA on me.
Lost. Welcome to the back alley. Lost. Welcome to the back alley. Welcome to the back alley.
Long ass entrance. Come on, little man. I'm not restarting this shit. His first opponent and our second entrant in this Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Vintora. This man right here is a former Prime Internet champion. Had an opportunity at the Prime World Championship. Came up short against Pika Boy. That was our last Prime Championship match. Seems kind of pointless to turn on the background music, but I'm going to. Vintora and Ali, our first competitors of the evening. Starting off slow. In 8 seconds, we will have our next contestant. It's not going to tell me who it is, though. Cool. All right. Well, that kind of kills my whole plan, but whatever. James Wagner entering the Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of dumb, but okay. Alley up on the shoulders of Vintora. Not a good place to be. James Wagner trying to take advantage of that. DDT from Alley. Takes down Vintora. We have our next contestant making their way down to the ring. Who is it? Ace Indigo makes his way into the ring. Rock and Roll God has now joined the Assassin in the ring, as well as Vintora and Alley. Much more even matchup. We've got, two one-on-ones going on now. Way less lopsided than the one guy trying to get in where he can't fit in. We are going to go right back to that, though, in 10 seconds when we'll have our next entrant. Clothesline misses. Alley takes advantage. We have our next entrant making their way down to the ring. This is number 5, ladies. This should be Ricky Jones making his UCW debut. This is the brother of Wade Jones, ladies and gentlemen, loosely related to Elijah Baker. Wade Jones, we saw make his debut last week on UCW. I believe we also saw him on Monday. Did we see him? Maybe we saw him last week. I don't remember. James Wagner drops Vintora. Our 6th contestant will be making his way down the ring very shortly. Leg drop from Alley connects. Ace Indigo takes it to the chin. Reverend Supreme Knight joins the party. James Wagner's got him up on his shoulders. Off the fight. Alley has been eliminated by Ace Indigo. Big punch to the face from Ricky. Misses. 10 seconds remaining until we will have our 7th contestant. Ace Indigo takes down Reverend Supreme Knight. Sling Blade from Vintora takes down Ace Indigo. Our next contestant is on their way down to the ring. Who is it going to be? Ladies and gentlemen, Vintora eliminates Ace Indigo. Isaac Ramirez makes his way into the fold. Vintora trying to eliminate Ricky. Applying a lot of pressure to the shoulders. Ricky Jones holding on for dear life to that top rope. James Wagner fighting back against him. Ricky able to save himself. Reverend Supreme Knight up on the top rope. Wagner trying to eliminate the Reverend. Reverend Supreme Knight able to save himself. Isaac Ramirez with a massive move. Clothesline for Reverend Supreme Knight. I believe our 8th contestant will be down to the ring momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Tornado makes his way into the ring. Off the middle rope. Moonsault misses immediately. Big knee to the body of Reverend Supreme Knight. Wagner takes down Ricky Jones. Isaac Ramirez saves himself from Tony Tornado. Ricky Jones now busted open thanks to James Wagner. Tony Tornado slams Isaac Ramirez. Elbow to the side of the face of Ricky Jones. Vintora drops him on the back of his head. Reverend Supreme Knight falls to his... Our next contestant is making their way down to the ring. This should be our 9th and second to last entrant in this match. Orion, representing the Golden Dragons of UCW, makes his way down to the ring. Dropping Tony Tornado very early on. Isaac Ramirez making it look easy against James Wagner. Supreme Knight gets out of the way of Orion. Supreme Knight over the top rope. Able to make his way back into the ring. We have 5 seconds until our last contestant for this Royal Rumble will be down to the ring. Slow ass walk. Ethan Omega has entered the Rumble. He is our 10th and final entrant in this match. Orion trying to eliminate Vintora. Able to do so. Vintora has been eliminated. Orion is now the only man in the ring with any eliminations. What's going on, Cottage? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. I'll see you later at the Black Ram party. Real shit, I've been waiting for him to play fucking security, so I'm very excited. I hope y'all are too. Hurricane Rock. Kick to the face. Tony takes down Orion. Punches to the face from Supreme. Supreme reaching in his Ethan Omega with a reversal. Hope you're doing great as well, Cottage. Hope you are doing well as well. Not doing too bad. Nothing to complain about. And not much that complaining would do about it anyway. Neckbreaker from Ethan Omega takes down Reverend Supreme Knight. Big kick to the body from Ricky Jones. Kick to the face. Orion takes down Reverend. Ricky Jones. Slow offense against James Wagner. Drops the knees across the leg. Orion taking on Tony Tornado. Goddamn. Ricky Jones just planted Isaac Ramirez. Kick to the body from Ethan Omega. Drops him on the top of his head. Technically the back of his head, but we're going to go with both. Isaac Ramirez. Leg drop to Ethan Omega. Middle of the ring. Orion picks up Isaac Ramirez's trash. He's got Ethan Omega by the back of the head. Isaac is very close to being eliminated. James Wagner doesn't take advantage. Wagner fights back against Ricky Jones. Tony off the top rope. Drop kick takes down Orion and Isaac Ramirez. Holy shit, that was insane. Isaac Ramirez right behind Orion, going right back to where he was. Ethan Omega hanging on for dear life. So is Orion. Both men able to make it back into the ring. Tony drops Reverend Supreme Knight. Orion's got Isaac in the corner. Ethan Omega saves Isaac Ramirez. Tony Tornado. Kick to the top of the head of Orion. Ethan Omega's got him by the back of the head. Slams him down. Or Tony Tornado has Ethan Omega by the back of the head. My apologies. Orion goes back over the ropes. Reverend Supreme Knight attempts to get rid of him. Not successful. Ethan Omega was also dangling there for a second. Orion missed that spear. Looked like he was going for James Wagner. James Wagner with a DDT to Reverend Supreme Knight. Supreme Knight with a reversal. Sends Wagner over the ropes. Wagner saves himself. Able to kick Supreme Knight in the face and stop him from knocking him off the ropes. Ricky Jones has been eliminated by Orion. Orion now with the most eliminations in this match at 2 and is still the only man in the ring with an elimination. Big punch to the body. James Wagner drops Supreme Knight. Big punch to the back of the head, misses. Tony goes over the ropes. Isaac Ramirez almost able to eliminate the Continental Champion. Wagner gets caught by Orion. Just enough time for Ramirez to stop himself from going over. Supreme Knight back up to his feet. Highway to Heaven. Sends Orion flying through the air. Tony with a massive kick to the face. Ethan Omega was also eliminated. I did not see who eliminated him, though. I'm going to be completely honest. Supreme Knight goes over the ropes. Tony with a spear misses. Supreme Knight saves himself. Drops Isaac Ramirez. James Wagner with a big move. Orion goes off the top rope. Choke slam from Orion. Delivered. Supreme Knight gets Tony back up to his feet. Got him by the back of the head. Bounces his face off the top turnbuckle. Tony is busted open. This is one of those situations where the continuation of the match is necessary for UCW storylines. So the if he bleeds clause will not be in effect. Tony catches Supreme with a Hurricane Rana. Isaac Ramirez working to get Orion out of the ring. We are down to our final 4. Ramirez is on Orion. Tony is fired up, focusing on Supreme Knight. Isaac Ramirez not able to get Orion out of the ring. Spear connects. Supreme Knight not in a good position. Tony drops him face first. Ramirez goes over the top rope. Orion eliminated. Supreme Knight goes over the top rope as well. Tony Tornado and Tony and Orion are the only men left standing. Tony with a reversal. Stops Orion from getting him out of the ring. He's got him by the back of the head, walking him over to the ropes. Tony's going to try and get rid of Orion right here. All it takes. Orion bails. Still in the match. Tony's got to get him off. Pause. Tony wins. Eliminating Orion. Tony Tornado comes home with the victory. Your #1 contender for the Openweight Championship, ladies and gentlemen. What's crazy is I even lowered his entrant number from like the initial thing that it had it as. I lowered it down so that he wouldn't come in as early. Or so that he wouldn't come in as late, and so that this wouldn't happen. But 2K looked at me in the eyes and said, "Hey, you're gonna like this when I do it to you," and then bent me over. So there's that. Tony Tornado, openweight #1 contender. Congratulations to the Continental Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Whitney Rivera will take on Hayley Ramon in a one-fall matchup this evening. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the right person. There we go. Oh, wait, nope, that's still not the right person. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring, she is your Women's World Champion. Couple defenses under her belt at this time. Whitney Rivera making her way down to the ring. An SMW legend forming a new legacy here in UCW. Ladies and gentlemen, her opponent in this one-on-one matchup, a former Breakdown Women's World Champion, the first person to take that championship and keep it in a deathlock. Hayley Ramon making her way down to the ring. Golden Hour briefcase and Women's Overdrive title. Safe to say she's doing fine. Whitney Rivera sizing up Hayley Ramon. Hayley Ramon doing the same to Whitney Rivera. This match is now underway. Ramon takes down Whitney Rivera very early on. There we go. There we go. You're a liar. Best viewers are free viewers. Thanks, though. Come again. Or don't. Uses a visible sword. Be gone, foul beast. Whitney Rivera up on the middle rope. Got Hayley Ramon where she wants her. Drop kick misses. Into the ropes. Whitney Rivera able to leap a big boot to the face. Busts open Whitney. Whitney with a reversal. Big elbow to the body. Off the middle rope. Ramon takes down Rivera. She's got her by the back of the head. Whitney Rivera, Hayley Ramon trying to figure out who's the stronger competitor right now. Ramon backs down Rivera. Big punch to the face. Uses the cheap shot to her advantage. Bounces Rivera into the ropes. Ramon misses. Rivera going for a roll-up. Only a count of 1. I'll be back. I'll be like 2 seconds. Sorry, your boy was getting warm. All right, your boy was getting hot. Whitney Rivera, big elbow, takes down Ramon. Going up to the top rope. Ramon trying to take her down. Whitney was gonna go for it. Able to get Ramon to leave her alone. Crossbody takes down Hayley. Going for the cover. Only a count of 1. Overdrive Women's Champion, not able to get it done just yet. Big kick to the top of the head. Takes down Whitney Rivera. Off the top. Moonsault lands. Going for the cover once again. Only 1. She's got her by the head. Flips her over. Going for the... Oh. Hayley Ramon going to look for 3 of these. Drops her for the final one. Decides against the German suplex. Hayley Ramon pulling Whitney into the middle of the ring. Big kick to the top of the head. Rivera trying to keep the assault coming. Ramon gets out of the way. Got her by the back of the head. Bounces the face of Hayley off that top rope. Big punch as well. Whitney Rivera gets caught by a big boot to the chest. Off the middle rope. Drop kick connects. Whitney Rivera went for a drop kick of her own. What's going on, Reggie? Welcome in. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Do as he says. Drop a like on the stream if you're on the YouTube side. Leave a comment. Let me know you're there. Say hi. Belly drop from Whitney Rivera. Misses. Ramon gets out of the way. Shoulder tackle takes down Hayley. Whitney Rivera. She's got Hayley Ramon up on her shoulders. Jumps on her. The reversals are absolutely crazy. They are both going back and forth and back and forth. Only a count of 2. Ramon stays down. Big punch to the face. Drops down. German suplex from Whitney Rivera. Folds her in half. Stomping down on the arm. Drop kick to the back of the head and misses. Ramon takes down Rivera. Uranagi on the outside. Hayley Ramon drops Whitney. Ramon goes back through the ropes. Whitney Rivera on the outside. Ramon going back up to the top rope. Double axe handle takes Rivera back down. Got to use her speed. She was blessed with being tall, not overly strong, but she's fast. Exactly. She tries the powerhouse method, and that's not working for her. I mean, it's worked to this point a little bit. A little bit. Big kick to the body. Massive clothesline almost sends Ramon into the crowd. Elbow to the face. Whitney Rivera laid out cold on the outside. Or not Whitney Rivera. Hayley Ramon laid out cold on the outside. Whitney gets her back into the ring. Trying to get the crowd behind her. Whitney heads back into the back in. Clothesline misses. Whitney going for the Whitney driver. Plants Hayley Ramon. Going for the cover. Only 2. Stomps down on the back of the knee. Going up to the top rope. Frog splash misses. Ramon rolls her over. Kick to the side of the face. Whitney Rivera able to get the reversal. Drop kick misses. Hayley Ramon gets out of the way. Whitney Rivera. Ramon with another reversal. Ref, can you get the fuck out of the way? Like, real shit. Whitney with another reversal. Drop kick misses once again. Side looking to go through the ropes. Spear takes down Whitney. Big punch to the face. Hayley Ramon, who the stronger competitor is. One former women's world champion, one current. Chop across the chest. Whitney Rivera, big kick to the side of the face. Stomps on the hands, soccer ball kick to the back. Whitney thinks she might have done enough. Lining up Hayley Ramon. Ramon catches her with a clothesline. Gets out of the way. Not out of the way of the kick. Whitney Rivera drops Ramon across her knees. She's got her over. Slaps to the face repeatedly. Rivera going for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. For Whitney's long leg saving her. Fact. Nowhere. 1, 2. Whitney Rivera walks out with the W this evening. Congratulations to the Overdrive Women's World Champion. Congratulations on the win. What a day, it's almost over. What's going on, Drew? You good, brother? You win. Thanks for coming, Hayley. That's crazy. Did grumbling about work. We're super short staffed for work. From 6 down to 3. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, the UCW Internet Championship is on the line. Dirty Barnzo will take on Jimmy Dice in a Continental Rules match. That means 2 out of 3 falls, 20 count on the outside. Weapons are allowed. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, he has taken UCW by storm and won the hearts of all the fans. Even if he's only got 1 win under the collar.
Dirty Barnzo on the ring, you know the deal. Came up from the streets with a smirk in the plan. Gold on my neck and the mic in my hand. Talk slick, move quick, never show how I feel. That's how I roll, that's Barnzo still. You want respect, you better earn that meal. I took what's mine with a grin that's real. Fans chant my name cause they know the appeal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Mama sees the love the swag, I say I'm bad. Cash in my hand, gold teeth that gleam. UCW title locked in the dream. I came to win cause the streets don't kneel. They cheer for the real when I spin that wheel. You know the name when the crowd goes real. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Too hot to touch, I'm the king of the deal. Talk that talk, I won't withstand. UCW heat, I'm the flame you feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, a man who originally entered UCW in the Deathlock division, showed up on the first episode of Awakening and won the the Awakening Internet Championship. What the fuck am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, your Internet Champion, Jimmy Dice. Thank you for the follow, million. Appreciate you. Where you from? How'd you find us? Welcome in. This is UCW Awakening. It's our Wednesday night show. Philly. Very nice. Very nice. That should look great. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Every roll I make got them yelling for more. I'm taking the pot tonight. Roll the dice, watch them land just right. I win before the fight begins. The house always wins. You're bluffing. I can see it in your stance. One wrong move, I'll take your last chance. From ladder to cage, I cash in fast. One jackpot drop and your luck won't last. Luck, nah, I make my own breaks. Play the man, not the hand. That's how I stay. From the back room deals to the bright main stage.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the UCW Internet Championship. A better look at it. The guys left today, my boss dumped a ticket on me and called me right away going, be careful, he's pissed because the last tech took a long time to respond to him. So I've been in super customer service mode all day with him, on and on. What the fuck? That's some dumb shit. I'm sorry, Drew. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 3 falls, pinfall or submissions, weapons are allowed, 20 count on the outside. This is for the Prime Internet Championship. Not the Prime, the Awakening Internet Championship. Jesus. Don't cancel a show and then reuse belts from that show. Just by the way, y'all. It gets a little fucking confusing. Jimmy Dice starting off the match well against Dirty Barnzo. Barnes able to get control. Headlock in place. Working the neck. Jimmy Dice now in control. Barnes has got Jimmy, takes him down to start us off. Barnes is waiting for Jimmy to make his way to his feet. Off the top rope, Hurricane Rana. Up to the middle rope, double axe handle from Barnes. I got him in good spirits now. It just took a lot of work on my end and actually fixing stuff. Yeah, it sucks when people don't do their jobs. So somebody who is willing to actually do their job has to go through and do their job more because it's done their job properly the first time. Yeah. That shit's mad annoying. I know all about that. Chair shot to the face of Jimmy Dice. Clothesline takes him down. Barnzo's rolling. Drop kick takes down Dice. Barnes catching his breath, taking a moment to breathe, going for the cover on Jimmy. 1, 2, only 2. Dice makes his way up to his feet, moving very slow this evening. Barnes catches him with a kick to the body. Dice with a reversal. Takes the legs out from underneath Barnes. He's got him by the back of the head, bouncing his head off the top turnbuckle. Jimmy Dice up off the top rope, takes down Barnes, going for the cover. Only 1. Chair shot to the leg, throws it down on top of Barnes. Hurricane Rana once again. Chair shot to the face. Dice was just trying to climb up the ropes, catch his breath for a second. Barnes threw a chair at him. Up to the top rope. Barnes moving just a little bit slower than he was at the beginning of the match. Elbow to the top of the head, misses. Dice comes to just in time. Head trap to Barnes. Gets him and drops him. Reverse pile driver, going for the cover. 1, 2, only 2. Going up to the top rope. Jimmy Dice, elbow drop connects. Takes the legs out from underneath him. Going up to the top rope once again. Dirty Barnzo. Frog splash misses. Dice gets out of the way. Bulldog. Dice is lining up Barnes. Reversal from Barnes. Big kick to the body. Arm trap, going for a roll-up cover on Jimmy Dice. 2. Only 2. Dice misses. Was going for a clothesline. Barnes. Gonna go for the 3 amigos. Looking for one more. Slams Jimmy Dice down in the middle of the ring. Dice with a reversal, able to kick Barnes off. Big kick to the body, misses. Barnes catches the leg. Big elbow across the kneecap. Big kick to the body, misses once again. Uppercut to Barnes, takes him down. Drops him down across the forehead. Clothesline takes down Dice once again. Chair shot to the body. Up to the top. Frog splash misses once again. Jimmy Dice having his way with the challenger at the moment. Drop kick. Barnes just defied the laws of science. Busting open Jimmy Dice. Clothesline takes down Barnes. Now some mounted punches from the champion. Looking to control the pacing of this match. Busts open Barnes in retaliation. Jimmy Dice drops Barnes. Barnes right back up to his feet. Dice heading up to the top rope. Barnes takes him down. Gets him into the middle of the ring. Over the ropes. Misses. Barnes does not connect. Roll-up cover from Jimmy Dice. Well, oh, not even a 1 count. Barnes gets out of the way. Big chop to the body. Chop to the chest to Jimmy Dice. Both men throwing blows. Looking quite gassed for how early we are on in this match, to be honest. It's only been like 5 minutes. Slap to the face, misses. Jimmy Dice powering through. Barnes trying to fight back. How are y'all doing today? Just getting in for picking up pizza for the ladies. Not too bad, Supreme. Glad to see you, brother. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Hope that pizza is good, my brother. Did I miss the Battle Royal? Yes, sir. Yes, you did. What's going on, Leah? What's going on? Barnes able to get the rope break. Tony won the Battle Royal. Apparently, it was expectable. He came in at 5, or he came in at like 5 or 6. I think it was you and then him. You made it to the final 4 or 5, I want to say. Save a slice for me. Also, howdy, Reverend. I'm saying. Same thing with that shit. Yeah, frog splash connects. Barnes able to do it this time. Dice laid out in the middle of the ring. 2. Only 2. Leah with the resub. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Welcome home. Always appreciated. You know, you're one of my top watchers, and I appreciate that shit so much. Hydrate. Droofy. I have the full list. We're going to talk about that later. Don't worry about it. I was here the whole time. I missed it, too. I must have been on the phone. Yeah, it happened. It was a thing. Yeah. I think you're like the number 5 on most watch. Like, you watch me the most. What's going on, Layla? I said a lot of things the other day, and I don't really regret any of them as far as the context of Homeboy, just to be honest. But it's a little weird. It was definitely, it seems very textbook in my opinion. Damn, she beat you by 1 hour, Hipsta. But no, it seems very textbook in my opinion, and that's just not cool. Barnes with the first pinfall of the night. He needs one more pinfall or submission to walk out with the W this evening. Drop kick from Barnes. Takes down Jimmy Dice. Hipsta right by an hour. That shit is crazy. Barnes just made Dice tap. We have a new internet champion, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty Barnzo, with his first championship victory in UCW, the king of the jobbers is now the king of the internet. Congratulations to the man. I'm afraid to stick my hand in to get a slice. I might draw back a nub. Detail about it here, but I just want to say thinking about it made like when you put it all together and like lay it out, and obviously for you it's probably but like for me, I don't really know you, and I don't so for me, from a very third party perspective, it was super simple to just be like, well, you know, I'm not gonna say this is what it is, but it definitely looks like this is what it is. And I mean, I was always kind of told as a kid, you know, you're not gonna look at a cow and call it a fucking horse. You're gonna look at how I see it. Ladies and gentlemen, King Hipsta will be taking on Midas this evening in a steel cage match with no escape. The winner of this match will be the Combat Arts #1 contender. Their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the most tenured men on the UCW roster, a legend in multiple Efeds, the second ever Fighting Spirit champion. Ladies and gentlemen, King Hipsta making his way down to the ring. What's going on, Joker? What's going on, brother? Radcore with the rig. What's going on, Rad? Welcome in, brother. If you are from Radcore's community, I hope that you know who I am. If you don't, I am User Unknown. This is UCW Awakening. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am User Unknown. This is UCW Awakening. It's our Wednesday night show. It is a WWE 2K25 Efed run on Next Gen. If you are interested in joining, you know how to do that shit. Just join the Discord. Come on now. Come have fun with it. Come play pretend. Come pretend to be a wrestler with me. Damn it. Rad does it. What's going on, DK? Leah with the 50 bits. Thank you, ma'am. Making their way down to the ring next, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Golden Dragons of UCW. We call him Orion. Did I fuck this up? We call him Midas. What the fuck? There was so much noise going on. That was horrible. Try to be around when I can. I appreciate it. No one can stand when I'm around. Feel the power, the fury, the unyielding will. Every move a strike. Heading home, be back in a bit. Sounds good, Drew. Be safe. This man is a former UCW World Tag Team Champion. A former Prince of Carnage champion. Midas making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Champion put on a show. Victory's taste, a sweeping up pride. Reflected in my opponent's eye. Hipsta, you have a feeling you're not going to win every match that you're in. Underneath the arena sky, unleash the beast, let the chaos ignite. Conquering all with my might. GM meant to pop in momentarily at work as always. All good, Dream. Hope you're having a great night, man. Hope everything is going well. Hope it's a better night at work than it was the last time. I've been losing them for a while. You've won matches too. King Hipsta's fired up already very early on in this match. Drops Midas. After losing my titles, I just keep losing. So that is a. I've done a little bit of testing. All right. I got a whole second universe mode that y'all don't know about. That's UCW. Okay. What that is that whenever you lose a championship in universe mode, the game automatically puts a debuff on your character for storyline purposes, because you lost a championship, is remove those debuffs before every single. And the problem with that is it can't be done from the regular superstar attribute changing, AI tendency changing screen. It can't be done from there. You have to go superstar themselves and then go through and make changes to like very specific fucking universe settings, and like, but then you become undefeatable. So I try not to mess with the stuff that universe does on its own too much, because then if I play with it too much, then bad things happen. Hipsta goes down. So 2K just wants me to lose. Essentially. Like, it's not me. It's not me just being like, no, you don't get the win this week. Like, I really don't care who wins or loses, to be honest. I make storylines out of anything. Almost help, though. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. I've been told about playing with it too much. Dude, sometimes you gotta stop holding it, all right? It does. It is a headache. Pedigree from Hipsta. Midas goes down. King's crossing. Middle of the ring. Plants Midas. 2. Only 1. Dirty Barnzo is champ and still king of the jobbers. Hey, he could be king of the internet and king of the jobbers. How about that? How about that? How's my car going this week? It's been pretty fun. It's been pretty good. Someone wants a crash out promo? Okay, I want any promo that any of y'all want to cut. Y'all want to cut that shit? Cut that shit. It's better than having a... And I'm sure DK can agree. DK NBA creation is Saturday. Yes, it is. So hydrate. We got to get Mike Warriors done before that goes live, because I got to be there for the creation stream. Rewarded. Exactly. Exactly. Hipsta is putting on a showcase against Midas right now. I missed the due to walking home, so can't promo on it other than if you want some, come get some. I'll upload the VOD for you if you want to go back and watch the match, bro. It's all good. Literally, if you want some, come get some is enough for me. Waiting for y'all to do the next episode. I think Hydrate had some family over and didn't want to be too loud, and so we didn't get it done on Sunday. We just honestly haven't talked about it since then. Off the middle rope, big kick to the side of the face. Midas goes down. Hipsta looking for it one more time. Midas gets out of the way, clothesline. So Supreme, what we are doing, because I know DK's at work, what we're doing is we have 2 teams in the NBA to start out with, and we are filling up their rosters with players. We are going to simulate it that way. So we're going to have 2 teams. It is the Timberwolves and the Magic, I want to say. I'm going to hop out of here, y'all. Have a good night. Love you. Love you too, buddy. Need to figure out how to fill out that damn PDF. It's, you really just got to go online and find a free PDF editor and then edit it that way. But you can also download it and then upload it to your Google Docs and just edit it in Google Docs. You can also do the same thing with Microsoft Word. King Hipsta, he's got Midas in a submission. Midas able to break free. Up onto his shoulders. Midas gonna go for a 619 in a steel cage. Over the top. Hipsta right back up to his feet. Hipsta did no sold a 619. That's insane. Midas gets dropped off the top rope. Hipsta going for the cover. 2. I don't think about that part with the Google Docs. I've been so damn exhausted lately. It's all good. It's all good. I've had a couple of people who have come to me and been like, hey, how do I edit this? DK came to me and he was like, hey, how do they edit this? And I was just like, you can get a PDF editor, or you can just upload that shit to your Google Docs and you can edit it that way. In the channel that all that stuff's in, how to do it if I really need to. It's not a big deal. What's going on, Big H? What's going on? How's it going, brother? Dropkick from Midas. Plants King Hipsta. Midas. Drop kick to the body of Hipsta. Plants him into the turnbuckles. You thought of something. Still new, undefeated, reigning, undisputed, king of the jobber, undefeated, reigning, undisputed, king of the jobbers, internet champion of the world, Dirty El Barnzo. There we go. Chilling, dropping in real quick before I hit the road. Where you off to? What you doing? Bye. Be safe. Make good choices. King's crossing from King Hipsta. Rolls out Midas. 2. Only 2. Work. Not the fun stuff. Got you. Working the neck of Midas. King Hipsta. Pulling out all the stops, trying to keep Midas down on the mat. Off the middle rope. Big kick to the face. I'll hop back in if you're still on. This is the co-main event of the evening, so I am not sure if I will still be on. But I appreciate the thought. Gaming. Play for like a month. So I'm going to watch that shit personally. Scoop slam from King Hipsta. Sizing up Midas. Took too long. Midas gets a hold of him. Throws him into the cage. Big kick to the body. Yeah, no, I got a 45-minute drive. You be safe. You too, brother. You too. Big kick to the side of the face from Midas. What the hell? Midas sizing up. Throws him into the corner. Uppercut from Midas. Followed up by an elbow. Tough. Still able to get out of it. Elbows to the body. Backing Midas away. Slams him. Hipsta's going for the cover. Thinks he cleaned up the job. 3. Andy W, ladies and gentlemen. Your new #1 contender for the Openweight, or for the Combat Arts Championship, not the Openweight Championship. That was earlier. Your new, ladies and gentlemen, is King Hipsta. And you thought you were going to lose. You thought. Venom and Vinyl will be taking on Sound and Fury. Elijah Baker and Echo here tonight. Droofy called out Elijah Baker for this match, requested it from GM Dream Killer himself, and he received it. This is a Crossfire Tag Team Division matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring first, they are your Crossfire Tag Team Champions of the World. Block Champion. Making their way down to the ring. Venom and Vinyl, very much the Chrissy Zed show, ladies and gentlemen. Droofy's just here from muscle. Don't let it confuse you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, their opponents this evening, coming out to the music of Elijah Baker. Your ironclad champion, Echo, and a former Deathlock champion, a former Prime champion, Elijah Baker, making their way down to the ring.
Came from the block where the nights get cold. Every move I make, man, the story gets told. Never had a crew, had to grind on my own.
I thought we were gonna get the never-ending entrance, and I was gonna say some stuff.
No hand on the wheel, the lone wolf's here, and the bite is real. I'm free now, no chain, no chain. I'm built for the fight, no chain, no chain. Every win, every slide, my name, no chain. I'm the wolf, I'm the storm, I reign, no chains. I'm free now, no chain, no chain. I'm built for the fight, no chain, no chain. Every win, every scar, my name, no chain. I'm the wolf, I'm the storm, I reign, no chain, no chain. Sharp like the edge of a switchy bell, got that victory ring. Tried to hold, now the whole damn world gotta feel that rush. Ain't no just
quite odd seeing this side of Echo. One of the baddest women alive, one of the strongest women on UCW's women's roster, being babied by Elijah Baker.
To the spotlight, never took the
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a match set for one fall or submission in the Crossfire Tag Team Division. Drewfy and Elijah Baker starting the evening off for us. To the body of Drew. Kick to the face. Keeps him coming. Elijah Baker showing dominance very early on in this tag team match. Off the top rope, hits it. Drewfy gets caught by a big punch from Elijah Baker, starting to get the reversals coming. Off the ropes. Leaps over. Big punch to the body. Elbow to the face. Elijah goes down. Drew on the outside. Makes his way back into the ring. Elijah Baker right there. Big punch. Uppercut even. Lays out Drew. Elijah Baker might have a little bit of a vendetta against Drewfy ever since the loss Friday. He beat Drewfy for it the Friday before that, and then Drewfy won it back last week. Big kicks to the body. Punch to the face to finish it off. Elijah Baker looking very good this evening. Mounted punches to Drewfy. Tying the legs up, big kick to the body. Elijah Baker stomps down on the back of Drew, bounces his face off the apron. Drew heads onto the outside, using the ropes to his advantage. Big clothesline. Elijah Baker, 3 clotheslines to Drew, trying to keep him down. 2, only 2. Big knee to the face, misses. Elijah. Elbow to the face. Off the middle rope. Drew misses. Elijah heads over the top rope. On the outside, looking for that forearm, and it connects. Drew goes down. Up to the top rope. Elijah wants Drew to stand. Drew making his way to his feet. Elijah Baker missed. Big boot to the face from Elijah. Drew misses another clothesline. Punch to the top of the head. Drew with a reversal. Drewfy is in the wrong corner. Thrown across the ring. Big elbow to the face. Was going to go for that double clap across the sides of the face, but he missed. Drew gets dropped. Baker rolls outside. Heading up to the top rope. Elijah. 1, 2, only 2. Baker trying to take Drewfy down. Drew catches him with a big knee to the side of the face. Kick to the body. Carrying him around. Baker goes face first into the turnbuckle. Drew heads back into the ring. Stomping down, applying pressure. Using the ropes to his advantage, choking Elijah Baker out. Drops the knees across the shoulders. Drew's starting. Going up to that middle rope. Big fist to the face of Elijah Baker connects. Echo takes down Droofy as soon as he gets onto the outside. It's a little rude in my opinion. Christy Zed with a DDT. Throws her onto into the ropes. Takes the legs out from underneath her. Chrissy Zed playing with Echo at the moment. Not the woman who you want to give any time to breathe. Echo with a reversal. Put him through a wall. What's going on, Ram? What's going on? I will see you as soon as this is over. All right. I will be there, and I will kiss you on the forehead, and then okay. Sounds good. Bye. That was rude. That was pretty effing rude. That was messed up. Chrissy Zed gets dropped. Big kick to the top of the head. Elbows to the body from Echo. Big kick to the body. Clothesline from Zed. Knocks her off the apron. Big kick to the body from Chrissy. Drops Echo on the top of her head once again. Drop kick from Echo. Big knee to the face. Christy Zed falls. Droofy's out there on the side of the ring, ready. Echo wiping her feet in the direction of Christy Zed. Zed walking around the outside, makes her way back into the ring. Echo took too long. Christy Zed gets out of the way. Drops her down across her knee. Only a count of one. Christy Zed still alive. Into the corner. Acting will get you fucking fired. Don't be Eddie Lewis. Don't be Eddie Lewis. You ain't doing that shit. That's what started. We're doing it again? Hey, now. Stomping down on the face of Christy Zed. Echo seeming very bitter in this match tonight. Pension to rename her Rude from Echo. A big kick to this from the side of the heel. Takes down Echo. Elijah Baker coming in. Welcome to UCW, where we have the most easily distractible refs in the history of mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, drop kick into the corner from Christy Zed. Going up to the top. Christy Zed wants Echo to stand. Elbow to the top of the head. Does connect. Christy going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Echo still in this match. Christy leaps onto the outside. Takes a second to breathe, then heads back in. Gets out of the way. Echo with a massive kick to the face. What's with the AI doing that over and over? It's because UCW's talent want to use weapons so fucking bad, dude. So they jump over the rope to go outside and grab a weapon, and then the game is just like, hey, weapons aren't allowed in this match, so they just go back inside. See? She would have grabbed a kendo stick or a steel chair or some shit right there if she was able to, I promise. Echo goes into the corner. Christy Zed, big kicks to the body. Keeps him coming. Huge kick to the side of the face one more time. Echo goes down. Christy Zed. 1, 2, only 2. Going up to the top rope. Echo making her way to her feet. Christy Zed with a crossbody takes down Echo. Going for the cover. 2, only 2. Looks like Christy Zed might have decided that the men don't matter in this match. This is between her and Echo. Honestly, if I had the tip of my nose bit like that, I probably would have a little bit of a problem too. Echo with a reversal. Big elbow to the face of Christy Zed. Hits her with a big boot. Echo goes back into the ring. Another big kick to the reversal. Throws Echo into the corner. Echo with another reversal. Christy Zed drapes her up against the ropes right in front of Droofy. Echo with a reversal. Christy Zed keeps the fire coming. Echo with another reversal. Drops Zed down on her face. Big kick to the body. Going for that submission. How she won the Ironclad Championship from Rose Daniels, and Christy Zed gets the reversal. Into the ropes. Christy Zed head back outside for some reason. Got her by the back of the head. Up onto her shoulder. Christy Zed looking like a veteran in the ring right now. Just stiffening. What the hell was that, Christy? Echo with a reversal, sends Christy Zed into the corner. The face. Gonna look to drop the knees across the body of Christy Zed, and she does. Going for the cover. Droofy. Echo not able to get the pinfall. Droofy and Elijah Baker, now the legal men once again. Elijah Baker with a power bomb, going for the cover immediately on Drew. Only a count of 1. Gets Drew up to his feet, or up to his, takes Drew out. Off the top, forearm barely connects to Drew. Drew heads onto the outside. He went to do the same. Baker steps back. Dragon Sleeper out of nowhere. Elijah Baker tied up. Baker able to get out of it. Big kick to the back of the head across the ring. Elijah Baker. Drew right back up to his feet. Baker gets out of the way. Spear from Elijah for the cover on Drew. Christy Zed already in position to intercept. Waiting for him to stand once again. Big forearm to the face. Drew goes down. Kick to the top of the head. Off the middle rope, forearm. Big elbows to the side of the face of Elijah Baker. Knee to the back of the leg. Keeps the pressure on Elijah. Going up to the top. Drew. Massive double axe handle takes down Elijah Baker. Big punch to the face. Drops him down on his shoulders. Drew. Another submission in place. Elijah able to get the reversal. Drew gets out of the way. Elijah gets out of the way as well. Drew catches him with a punch to the face. Into the ropes. Big knee to the body. Kick to the back of the head. Elijah Baker goes down. Droofy aiming for something big. Dragon Sleeper. His side of the ring. Going for it. Elijah able to get out again. Big kick to the back. Elbow from Drew. Clothesline takes down Elijah Baker. Christy Zed, once again the legal woman. Echo comes in for Sound and Fury. Christy DDT. Echo goes down, going for the cover. 2. Into the corner. Christy Zed. Scoop slam to Echo. Christy Zed waits patiently. DDT off the top, takes down Echo. Sizing her up one more time. Christy Zed's got Echo in her sights. Up onto the shoulders of Christy Zed. Echo with a reversal. Elbows to the side of the face. Big boot. Misses the kick. Takes the legs out from underneath Echo. Christy Zed once again's got her up on her shoulders. Echo with a reversal. Spanish fly. Off the top. Echo walking over to Elijah Baker. Gets Elijah back in. Christy Zed laid out in the middle of the ring. Droofy approaches. Gets caught. Power bomb. Looking for big stomps on the chest of Drew. Drew keeps trying to stand. Elijah Baker keeps keeping him down. On the outside. Baker off the top rope. Forearm takes down Drew once again. Christy Zed sitting on the outside, not climbing up to the side of the ring. Big knee to the face. Elijah Baker takes down Drew. Christy Zed breaks up the cover. Elijah Baker got his eyes set on Droofy. Droofy with a reversal. Big kick to the body. German suplex. Droofy has got Elijah Baker exactly where he wants him. Drops him with a third German suplex. Folds him in half. Going for the cover. Right in front of Echo. Breaks it up at 1. Droofy heading into the corner. Double axe handle from across the ring connects. Tags in Christy Zed. Christy Zed once again the legal woman. Echo comes in for Sound and Fury. Big punch to the face. Big kick to the face once again. Christy Zed goes down. Echo. Knees across the back. Going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Christy Zed makes... Elijah Baker rolls out Droofy up to the middle rope. Drops the elbow across the throat. Big mounted punches on the way for Drew. Elijah Baker keeping the pain coming, making sure Droofy does not make his way back up to his feet. Another forearm on the way, off the top rope, and it connects. Droofy goes down. Drew on his way to his feet. Drop kick across the back of the head. Elijah takes him down, going for the cover. 3. Elijah Baker and Echo are your winners this evening. Now, I will say this is a new version of Elijah Baker. I noticed some things that I didn't necessarily like about this new version of Elijah Baker. Got to go through and make sure all of his AI tendencies are correct, because there are some things that he definitely should have been able to reverse that he reversed. So we're going to go through and check that. Drew, strike this one from the record book. Have it be a draw. It can count as a win for both of them. I really don't give a shit. But until we can make sure Elijah Baker isn't juicing in any way, we are going to this one from being an official match. Division-defining match, in my opinion. I completely agree. Just with it being a new version of Elijah Baker, I'm not too sure if it was a legitimate match, because I went through and checked his attributes, but I didn't check his AI tendencies. So I'll get back to you. If his tendencies look good, then we're good. don't strike it from the record. But for now, this might not be an official match. What's going on, Cold Logic? How's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the evening, we had Mike defending the Junior Heavyweight Championship here on Awakening. Azrael Black was not successful in challenging. Mike Esma walks back out with the gold. After that, Tony Tornado won a 10-man battle royal to decide the #1 contender for the Openweight Championship. After that, Whitney Rivera defeated Hayley Ramon in a very, very good one-on-one women's match this evening. Dirty Barnzo defeated Jimmy Dice to become the internet champion of UCW. Second win in UCW history. King of the Jobbers becomes the king of the internet. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, King Hipsta defeated Midas to become the #1 contender for the Combat Arts Championship. I'm assuming he'll take on the Combat Arts champion at some time soon. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, Christy Zed and Droofy were defeated by Elijah Baker and Echo. Droofy asked for this match specifically. Elijah Baker coming off of a loss from Droofy last Friday. Echo just trying to stand up to a new woman in her division. I will let you all know if this match is actually going to be counted as official or not. I got to go check some things after we get off the air. But until then, we can get on out of here, somebody. Get y'all some more entertainment for the evening. I already know who I'm rating. Unless there's somebody else who I don't know is. We're raiding Ram. He is security breach this evening. Ram is one of the funniest, in my opinion. He's had some incredible growth this year. Let's all go say congratulations for a great year on Twitch. Everybody drop a follow, blow up that, make him feel loved. He never fails to do that when he stops by and does it for us, so I want to do it for him as well. Go be great. Go do the things that you do for me for him. I will see y'all on Friday at the very latest. I might see y'all tomorrow. It depends on what is going on. I will see y'all later. Y'all